IPOP spokesman Powerful disowned Ekpa, stating that Ekpa has never been a registered member of the group. IPOP condemned Ekpa for allegedly recruiting violent criminals to destabilize the Southeast, distancing themselves from his action and claims of affiliation with the movement.
For example, that Simon Ekpa has to broadcast in Radio Biafra. He should be given a slot to broadcast in Radio Biafra. And some of them who's supposed to be in the position to carry out an instruction given to them, they went and they were gossiping.
Away from that, the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has distanced itself from a recently announced new seat-at-home order, which is planned to last for 30 days. Emmanuel Kanu, younger brother to the leader of the group, Nnamdi Kanu, in an interview with News Central's Chinwe Ugele, says the group never made such order. He also made clarifications on the claim about the position of Simon Ekpa in IPOB.
The initial reason for introducing the sit-at-home order by the indigenous people of Biafra, according to them, was to subtly protest the detention of their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, by the Nigerian authorities. At the early stage, the people in the southeast complied with the order, but later the protest was abused, hence the cancellation of all sit-at-home by the leadership.
Remember also that people have chosen willingly on their own to sit at home in solidarity with the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. It's not our making. Even in numerous occasions, IPOP has called.
Ekpa to learn from the Civil War that it was their inability to mobilize their neighbor, to support their cause that led to the failure of the first attempt to have Biafra. And the way they are going about it, the same fate will befall them. And in fact, it will be most devastating this time around than what they had before.
The ongoing struggle for independence of Biafra has been marked by significant tensions, particularly between key figures and fractions within the separatist movement. Simon Ekpa, a prominent leader of the Biafran Republic Government in Exile, has become one of the most vocal proponents of the Biafran cause, but his methods and ideology have drawn sharp criticism from other Biafran groups, particularly the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOP. While Ekpa has continued to advocate for an independent Biafran state, his calls for violent cessation and the imposition of sit-at-home orders have raised questions about the direction of the Biafra movement. At the same time, the fate of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOP, remains central to the debate on Biafra independence. This piece explores the divided landscape of Biafran separatism, examining the ideological clash between Ekpa's approach and that of Kanu and IPOP. Simon Ekpa, a self-proclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic Government in Exile, who was arrested in Finland alongside 4 others for inciting terrorism through separatist propaganda on social media. Finnish authorities accuse Ekpa of using his platform to promote violence in southeastern Nigeria, fueling attacks on civilians and government forces, and financing terrorist activities. The Finnish court cited an incident from August 23, 2021, where Ekpa action reportedly fueled violence, including the deadly Monday sit-at-home orders that have disrupted daily life in Nigerian southeast. In response, IPOP spokesman Powerful disowned Ekpa, stating that Ekpa has never been a registered member of the group. IPOP condemned Ekpa for allegedly recruiting violent criminals to destabilize the southeast, distancing themselves from his action and claims of affiliation with the movement.
For example, that Simon Ekpa has to broadcast in Radio Biafra. He should be given a slot to broadcast in Radio Biafra. And some of them who's supposed to be in the position to carry out an instruction given to them, they went and they were gossiping.
The Nigerian government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, stated that the arrest of Simon Ekpa is a significant development in addressing the activities of IPOP.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says it has confirmed the arrest of Simon Ekpa, a Nigerian Finnish citizen and prominent leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, by the Finnish authorities.
Meanwhile, the Enugu state government also described Ekpa as a murderer and fraudster who delights in killing his people and living large off their misery, saying that Enugu state was ready and willing to provide evidence of Ekpa's sponsored atrocities against Ndibo to aid his trial and conviction, whether in Finland or Nigeria. The Yoruba Council of Nigeria has also called on President Bola Tinubu's administration to secure the extradition of Simon Ekpa following his arrest in Finland. An ex-user, Redumpre, posted, "Let him stay there so he can feel the same pain those people in Southeast have been feeling every Monday. It's easy to stay at the comfort of your home and incite violence. I have zero sympathy for him. He's very arrogant and can never be the face of Biafra." IPOP rejected any attempt to create division and emphasized that its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, had resisted pressure to make a second declaration of Biafra, understanding that the focus should remain on a UN-supervised referendum. Well, the statement also accused the Finland group of being part of a wider plot to discredit IPOP and profit from the Biafran struggle through deception. IPOP warned that those involved in the Finland declaration will face the consequences of obstructing the movement's peaceful quest for a Biafran restoration. In conclusion, the situation surrounding Simon Ekpa and his role in the Biafran separatist movement present a complex and divisive narrative. While some view his action as necessary expression of Biafran nationalism, others argue that his violent rhetoric and separatist action are detrimental to the case. The future of the Biafran struggle may hang on the release of Nnamdi Kanu, whose leadership continues to resonate with many in the Southeast. The question arises, will Simon Ekpa align himself with IPOP and its more powerful diplomatic approach to Biafran independence, or will he continue his own, more radical agenda? And what will become of Simon Ekpa if he is finally released? The dynamics within the separatist movement will likely shift depending on Kanu's status, and how these factions navigate their differences could determine the future trajectory of the Biafran cause. As the political and legal process unfold, the question remains whether the Biafran movement will unify under one single leadership or fragment further, and whether the pursuit of independence will lead to a lasting peace or further division and violence. What's your take on Simon Ekpa's detention? Do you think he should be released or not? And what is your take on the declaration of the 40 states of Biafra? Drop your opinions in the comment section. Let's talk politics on Naija Anchor News. Join us next time as we continue to highlight the political issues that matter most to Nigeria's progress.